What do y'all do in the Marvel universe? What do y'all do?
That's enough right there.
What do y'all do?
What the hell do you want to fight me so hard for tonight, boy? Can we start the damn show? Shit.
It is started.
This motherfucker here.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Multiverse Unlimited Podcast. Mike. First of all, Mike, I love you, man. You know that. And we're gonna go with you first because I love you so much. How are you,
fine, sir? How are you? I love you. Oh, I love you too, sir. Motherfucker. I love.
I couldn't hold it.
Not at all.
It was really, I'm telling you, I swear to God, I'm sitting there with my iPad on. I was off all week reading comics just like you were, and like reading Avengers, fighting Mephisto, and going through all this. And I'm like, where the fuck are the X-Men, man? So anyway, I'm glad you're here, Mike. Rob, what's going on? We miss you too, Rob. You've been
out for months.
It's been quite a while. 3 weeks now, yeah, if not longer. It was a heavy political feel.
Yeah.
It was just, the mail just took over. But yeah, I'm happy to be back.
Looking like Thor Ragnarok out here this week with the red beard. Oh, and congratulations on beating that game platinum. And god damn, man.
Oh yeah, that was a nightmare. The last two bosses. If you thought the Valkyries in the first game were tough, then get ready for a fight in this last one.
All right, Jay, sir,
what's going on? How's everybody doing?
Quick question: were you asleep?
I was not asleep. Okay. First, I was putting the toddler to bed, and he's been getting up and running downstairs in the middle of the night. So I wanted to make sure he was
tied down,
really asleep. Yeah, and then I had to finish a Nightfall mission in Destiny.
All right, stop. Like, why aren't you reaching? Hold. Why aren't you reaching out when you're doing these?
Because I don't know if I'm going to get interrupted or not. So I'd rather not be playing and like have us vibing and then have to get off. I got a toddler and I got a 10-year-old running around.
Yeah, buddy.
Dude, I get it. If you gotta leave, like
so sometimes I'd rather just be like a pickup game with people I don't know. If I have to stop in the middle and they just have to run without me for a few minutes, I don't care.
Well, I mean, one time Quincy's brother-in-law fell asleep, like mid-nightfall. So
look at this.
Oh, we'll explain who that was. Who was that? New guy, new person. No, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about your voice, new voice on the podcast. We'll get to Greg.
You are now Greg.
Yeah, I appreciate the consideration, sir. Appreciate it. Lou, what's going on?
Oh man, living the dream, man. Absolutely exhausted. Holiday season was great. Had a very low-key New Year. I was in bed by like 10:15, which was good. Christmas was wonderful. I'm so happy to see Tosh and Jay wearing the gear that I sent over for Christmas. That makes me feel so happy. But it was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful, man.
Super fly, bro.
Thank you very much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, man. That's great.
No, I like that. The ASL.
Yeah, man. Yeah. My 7-year-old was nonverbal for 3.5, almost 4 years. And so we learned sign language, so it sticks with you. But yeah, cute. Everything's great, man. Everything's great.
That's good. That's good. That is real good. And I feel bad. I feel worse now because I can't find my shirt. And I have a very nice shirt. And I wore my shirt 2 days in a row, as a matter of fact.
Except it has Cade on it.
I like this so much.
I messed that up.
No, bro. Like it's always the gesture. I looked at it and I loved it. All right, free shirts from a friend. They don't get better than that. So,
all right,
like let's leave it there because that's where it counts.
Yes.
How are you?
Tired but good. It's been a busy almost month.
Why are you tired? You're
So,
young
You got
woman.
no kids?
Lots of running around. Errands to run, people to visit, traveling to do.
Dig it.
And then it was fiscal year end for work at the end of December. So busy.
Okay, all right.
But otherwise doing good.
Well, we're all happy here. That we love it when Tosh is in a good mood. Makes everything better. All right, so here's the big announcement. New admin, new podcast member. This young lady, so I was talking to Olivia and Lou earlier, and best friend is like a tier. It's not a person. This is one of my best friends. I love her to death. And I asked her the other day, I've been meaning to ask her, and I knew she was going to say no, but I wanted to be able to say that I asked her. So I was like, hey, would you? And I swear she said yes before I even got it all out. I'm like, what the hell? I was going to ask you. So Multiverse and crew, welcome. We're only going to give the first name. We don't want anybody to be on a follow you here. Olivia, say hello, introduce yourself.
That's it. That's all.
Oh, wow.
That's in depth.
That's it.
yeah, come on.
Why don't we do a retake?
No, hi, happy to be here. Very excited. I don't do comics as much as everyone here, but I've got some other fun stuff to add. Harry Potter, Destiny, horror movies, Stephen King, all that. So
The Harry Potter books or the movies?
So here,
nerds.
the books.
Hmm?
She's a bookie.
I said books or the movies with Harry Potter.
I mean, I'll watch
books,
the movies. They're like, oh yeah, books for sure. I'll watch the movies
Oh, yeah.
though. That's like Cliff Notes.
I read all the books, so I'm with you.
So
I've got two
here's the thing.
Harry Potter tattoos.
I'm sorry, Liv.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think there's a lag there.
There's a lag.
So
I'll fix
here,
it.
yeah, okay. So here's the thing, like with the multiverse. Like at the core, it started with comic books, but it's movies, it's books, it's games, it's pop culture essentially. So you will bring your vein into the multiverse and make us aware of some things. And Tasha, and like she was so happy that it was you. She was nervous. She thought I was going to bring some jerk onto the show, and
I had no idea. I was like, look, I need to know.
Like,
You can't hold it from me.
She's like, who the fuck are you bringing on the show? I'm like, hold on.
Whoa.
It's Liv.
Those were
No,
not
they
my
weren't.
words,
Yeah.
but the
She's
way
like,
it
"That's
came
what I
off like I
meant."
need you to tell me.
Yeah, she
pretty much
really
like
did.
it was saying
She
it.
was leaning on me hard. I was like, oh, okay, it's Olivia. And she's like, oh, okay. So,
Yeah,
there's
because I've
that.
known Tosh
So-
for. We've been playing Destiny for what, like 8 years probably at this point? We've known each other, Tosh and I. So.
Yep.
Tosh
had
is
the
playing
first-
Destiny too.
She used to. Her
Yeah.
Guardians
I kinda
retired.
fell
Yeah.
She looked what she her Guardian's retired, but she looks like less of a bum than you do apparently. So
No, I'm balling now.
Yeah, he is. He's gold lace now and everything. Last time I
Yeah.
checked him.
My shit is shiny right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talking about the Guardian.
It's funny, like we were in a.
These nuts. He probably grazed that beard. What the fuck is
Yeah, a couple of them popped up. I was like, damn, that's what you do.
Jay,
You enter your twilight years.
Jay, I need you to use that microphone, that extra feature,
yeah.
man. Like it's too late now, man.
It's too late now. See, but I got a big can of applesauce in front of
What
me.
the hell?
So it's not readily available.
Yeah.
You got a big can of applesauce here. You got
My
prune
midnight
juice
snack.
too? What the fuck going on with you?
No, not prune juice. There's enough fiber in the apple. I don't need the prunes too.
So
I got
she
shiny
had,
balls with gray hair popping out.
That's too much sugar for before bed.
the special feature we're talking about, Jay has I don't know, what do you call it? Go ahead and go for it, man.
I got my super deluxe vibrating voice.
Whoa.
Make all you ladies weak in the knees for the smooth stylings of J Pat,
Make us what?
Triple OG, Super Nerd.
You're
Love me.
you're awake tonight, huh?
I am awake.
It's all that sugar in the applesauce. God damn.
Make sure I turn this off.
Yeah, right. Wow.
Sound like you're in a bathroom.
Right. Break out into
You know,
Fair East Side.
So and that's the other thing. The show or the pre-show always ends up with us talking about shit or the toilet at some point. It always ends up there. So Olivia has broke the seal for the new year.
Oh shit.
There you go.
Megan is out tonight, and we wish her. Hope everything's okay. She'll be back next week.
Yeah.
And I promise, Megan, I'm going to put your book in the mail. I'm super terrible with that kind of stuff. Like it's sitting right there on my desk
By the applesauce.
by the applesauce. I'm gonna throw one of my comics I did a cover for. I'll throw one of the indie comics.
Oh,
on there.
word. Send me a book. God damn.
Yeah, and
For sure.
Terrence,
It's just the cover though.
Oh, is that what you showed the other day? Is that what
No,
I
no,
saw?
it was for like do you guys know Danny Quick?
No.
No.
He has a character called Ace Blade. He's been doing for a while. I did a cover for him.
Cool.
All right. And Terrence should be dropping in on us any
Minute.
Any second now.
Any minute.
Yeah. So it's a couple things.
It's Rockstar, man. It's great.
We're going to talk about the best man in Glass Onion, but Megan is not here, so we're going to save that for next week.
Hell yeah.
So we have more things to talk about. So right off the bat, there were a couple things that happened over the last 2 weeks. So let's start with some of the silliness. Ezra Miller, that's his last name, right? He might be sticking around.
Yeah.
He's got.
Somebody.
He knows that the bodies are buried, man. I'm sorry.
He has to.
He has to know
He got somebody.
where the bodies are buried and the forgive my crassness, but what booty holes have been touched because it's too much power, man. Too much power, in that movie. They want to release it so damn bad.
Yeah. He got some of them Epstein Island names.
Yeah.
That's what he got.
You know what?
It's got to be something like that.
It's gotta be.
His behavior is beyond appalling, and for them to just, he was okay for the last 2 months. He didn't do anything bad, so let's hold on to him.
Yeah. He didn't
get rid of
get
Cav.
drunk
That's it
and,
right there, Jay.
cause a scene,
Yeah, he didn't kidnap. Just yeah. Oh, I don't.
And what's the draw? Ezra Miller isn't a draw like Cavill or
Nobody-
The Rock
nobody
or
cares
Gal
Nobody cares
Gadot.
about
Yeah,
him
who the
at
hell
all.
cares about Ezra?
And it's funny running style.
Yeah,
It's
look like a running
funny,
fish.
Runs like his shoes are
Has
full
he
of
done
water.
Anything outside the Flash? Is there anything else that he's even kind of known for? I mean,
I don't know.
He was in one of the Fantastic Beasts, I think.
He was?
I don't. It's funny. I love Harry Potter, but I don't really watch those.
yeah, I haven't seen those either.
He's been in a couple I'll call them
Yeah, he
indie
played,
type films that people like.
Yeah, OnlyFans doesn't count as an indie film.
I
Sorry.
thought the same thing. Porn? Is that what he's doing? What is that?
I don't think so.
Does not count.
Yeah. So I read something today that may contradict what they were saying there. Like it's hard to believe anything coming out of DC regarding that studio right now. But I guess we'll find out in a couple of weeks when Gunn.
Yeah, that movie has to have just like the most pivotal something to either justify all these bizarre decisions they've been making lately with all the current castings, or I don't understand the confidence they have it in it. Otherwise,
Yeah, I was hesitant to even talk about it or post it because, I've seen Gal Gadot get fired and rehired 2 or 3 times over the last 3 weeks, and it's just they need to hurry up and just come out with this with their plans soon. and straighten some things out, because I don't know how Gunn is getting anything done responding to all these tweets. Like, just we need to get to that announcement. So,
All right, pause. Give me a
and,
second, Q. 1 second.
mhm.
What was the name of the female that we talked about on Cold Mike? What was the name from The Best Man?
Which
The
one?
one that's better than the honey on chocolate.
Oh, you talking about Janelle Monáe?
No,
that was
Janelle
Glass
Monáe.
Onion. Yeah.
Glass Onion, Janelle Monáe.
Yes.
Now, if Gal Gadot and Janelle Monáe showed up at your front door.
Janelle.
Janelle.
Janelle. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gadot's a little too skinny. She's a little too slim.
She can eat more fruit and drink more water.
It'd be all right.
So,
just put
listen,
Lupita over that one too. Yeah, I'm good.
Janelle been singing to me all week. Okay, it's really there's nobody in the running right now.
all right.
So.
Continue. I just had to know because I know Gal was up there, but she got bumped down like a couple notches. So.
Yeah, like if Janelle can't do anything that weekend, like I'll go with that.
Look at this shit.
Um,
Look at this shit.
What I heard him say was that she was locked in the trunk. He gonna take.
Oh my God! What are you? What?
Here we go.
What have you been watching over the Christmas?
I can read between the lines.
holiday.
I can read between the lines.
He watched Pulp Fiction
hold
one too
on.
many times.
Yeah, hold on, man. Like we just made up, man. We don't got to do this again. All right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry too.
Wow,
I think.
Yes,
that's big.
That's
That's
humongous. That should be the opener of the show.
No, because like it's just for tonight. Like I'm gonna read something else and
Give him 47 minutes. He will say "fuck you" again, Mike. So it's just like that's how it's nature of the beast.
It's a whole new year.
Right.
Whole new year, whole new bickerings. Quincy, I didn't mean to derail your path, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, we're talking about Janelle. That's all right. It's okay. We talking about James Gunn, right?
We just talking about Ezra, wasn't it?
Were we? Yeah, Ezra, James Gunn getting the announcement out with DC. It's really hard to decipher anything that's going on. Reports about The Rock, Rob's favorite person, Rotzi. Rob was right. I'll get a T-shirt for that. Not I almost went there. I almost took a Cyclops shot there. But Rob was right. Yeah, Rob was right. And according to these reports, but who knows what to believe with some of this stuff. Did you read that over, Rob? Did you guys see that the report about?
Yeah, I flipped through it. It doesn't surprise me. I think he kind of knew that there was going to be a power vacuum with the Discovery WB merger, and I think he was just trying to seize the opportunity to get what he wanted pushed through as fast as possible. And it seemed like he was doing it mostly to benefit himself as much as possible.
Which is smart for his brand. We can admit that it's smart for his brand.
It's business savvy for sure, but it comes off as a little shitty as well.
If it had worked, it'd have been a good move, but it didn't work. It bit him in the ass. So,
yeah,
he took a shot. I mean, like there was nothing there at that time, and we were looking for something. I haven't watched the movie again. That's not to say I didn't like the movie. I still like the movie, but the more that comes out, it just seemed like messy, I guess is the word.
That's a good word.
And he took a shot. He took a shot.
He took a shot.
Yeah, that movie was 3 scripts that were kind of shuffled together like poker cards.
It was like I said in Cold Mike, I was telling these guys that I tried to watch Black Adam again, and I couldn't get through the first 30, 45 minutes of it because I knew that the middle was the best part. And I was like, nah, I'm going to turn this off. But, it is what it is. He, just like everybody said, we agree, he took a shot. He saw the vacuum and tried to get seven buck studios as big as he possibly could in a small amount of time, but it bit him in the ass, just like Mike said. I can't fault him for making a great business decision for his own brand to get it up there. But now that it's like Gunn showed up and sucked all the air out the room, it's like, well, what do you do now? You go back and make Fast and the Furious 12 through 33 and call it good. So
it's funny. I just started hearing rumors about what's the one he did with Jason Statham and
Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, I started hearing about sequel to that last couple of weeks. I'm like,
give me a Jumanji 3.
It's over.
Give me that.
He'll make another Red Notice
like
for
the
Mike
first
to watch.
one. No,
He'll make another Red Notice.
Red Notice was good.
Good and terrible.
It's too long for Mike.
Nah.
It wasn't terrible.
I think they are making another one. I'm pretty sure they are.
Yeah, they
gotta
are.
watch that shit too. All right.
Yeah, so Olivia, we have homework assignments and there'll be shows. Even if you don't like it, like watch it so you can get on here and tell everybody how much you didn't.
Just
like
how you
that
feel, honestly.
shit show.
That's
Alright.
it.
Yeah, if I got to sit through Star Wars, and I freaking hate Star Wars.
If I had to sit through Dune and Red Notice,
Whoa.
you trust me.
I
I've
wasn't
never
watching
even
Dune.
heard of Red Notice. So.
What? Okay.
Okay. We'll get you there.
That means I've been neglecting my Star Wars homework.
No,
You didn't watch Bad Batch?
no,
No.
Tasha, like,
Nope.
when we're going around, all you have to do is look at Tasha's face and tell if she's watched it, because she's just like, don't.
Because she'll sit back.
Right in
She'll
front
sit
of
back like this.
Yeah.
She'll have the blanket. It's like, Tosh, did you watch this? She'll go.
Yep, she'll sit back and mute her mic, and
Start
that's the end of it.
it. Start mine. Won't even look up at all.
No.
The mic is muted, and it's like, how is she trying to hide on
Chasing
camera?
cats and
it's
shit.
like,
She'll just come here, Sally. And she'll be running all over
Listen.
there.
Yep. And be like, be right
You
back.
fuck,
My
you
cat-
fuck around,
my
look up,
cat's
she
in-
like this.
Exactly. Ain't did nothing. Just didn't her ass off. No yarn. Just sitting there doing some shit.
So, I did watch Glass Onion. We're not going to talk about that, but Batista came out, said, he's done with the MCU after this next Guardians of the Galaxy. And he said he didn't want silly Drax to be his legacy.
I'm not mad at the
hate on
statement.
that.
I'm really not.
I almost agree with it.
Yeah,
I think I do
I
agree
can see
with it,
that.
actually.
Well, go ahead, Jay. Go ahead, Jay, and then Mike, you go.
I don't think he was talking about. I don't think he was saying that the opportunity to play Drax was silly.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was saying the way that they were going about expanding the character, and
He wants more of an acting
I'm having a brain
challenge.
fart, but the way they were trying to develop the character was too silly. Like Drax had other sides, other facets that he could explore
Mm-hmm.
besides just being like the goofy guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can you imagine Batista reading up on Drax and all of his comics, and then reading the script and be like, "Wait, is this the same person?
No,
This is a different character than I just read in all these comic books."
completely.
It's like this totally different person. Like they never got to explore like his wife and his kids and
The thing with
means to-
Thanos. The thing with Thanos, yeah.
Purple Cape. Where's that at?
so,
The purple cape, exactly.
Purple Cave Drax. huh?
No, but Purple Cape Drax was he was a monster, and
Mhm.
he was
It was the Hulk with a purple cape.
That's
he
the
was
last time I
developed-
read Drax.
he was created specifically to fight.
yeah he was bred
Mhm.
specifically to kill him. But the
That's in
the Drax,
Infinity Watch Drax.
yeah, the Drax that I love came out in 2008 when he was born again. When he was thought to be dead. But correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody knows. Drax can't die until he kills Thanos. That was the deal. He was made to kill Thanos.
Yeah, I don't see that would be news to me. I'm not sure. I know the guy Kronos resurrected him, but I didn't know about how long he was alive.
Yeah.
because I know he's died a couple times.
Yeah, he can't be officially dead, like gone dead until he kills Thanos. But yeah, I mean, Silly Drax, I like the character. I like the book character better because he was so aggressive and so angry, and he was the basically the berserker of the Quest crew. You look at it like I look at things as every group of people has their certain jobs, like in a tabletop game, like the old D&D games. You have your berserkers, you have your mages, and XYZ. And he was a berserker, and I loved his character. And but watching him on the screen versus what I knew in the books, it was good to see him. But seeing the character be a goofball, even though massively strong, seeing him be a goofball was a letdown. And like J. Pat said and Mike said, I can agree with his point of view because of the fact that Goofy Drax is not the real Drax. You know, he was Purple Cape Drax. He was very aggressive. He wasn't the smartest, but he was a great brawler. He was just, he got down in there and beat the living shit out of people and didn't care. And they didn't get into his family history. They did discuss his wife and his kids in the first Guardians movie, but that was it. All we knew is that it wasn't even Thanos that killed his family. It was what's his name? The judge. What was his name? Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
I'm a bad fan.
Was it Ronan?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, Ronan.
Yeah, and so, you know, but that's my rant. I mean, Batista, go make some good Gears of War movies or some other, you know, shit like that, which I can see you getting down with. But Guardians storyline is dead, which is sad. But, you know, move on. It's your professional career. Go sign on with your Samoan brother, The Rock, and get some of that money, some $7 money.
Now, is the Guardian story dead or just his storyline dead? Are they done with Guardians movies in general?
I think
Batista Simone. I thought he was Filipino.
he's half Filipino. What is his other half? Because I embrace the fact that he's Filipino. He's gigantic, and so it's like, you know. But is he from the islands? I can't remember.
He's a big
I know
dude.
he's Pat Calendar.
I've stood next to him. He's a big dude. He's and I'm 6'2". He's a giant dude.
Well, yeah. Let me rephrase that statement. Go embrace your Pat Calendar brother, The Rock, and get some of that $7 money. How about that? That works better for me.
Better be careful. He might get fired from his job as soon as he gets hired. Man.
Yeah.
Cavell. I had to take the shot. I took my shot. The Rock took his shot. I took my shot just now. Yes. Whatever. Anyone else?
Omicron booster.
Mike, did you have anything say about Dave?
Not too much more to add. I don't think he was someone, like they said, dissing the character, but I get what he's saying. He just probably wants more of a personal challenge. You know, he just probably wanted, you know, better his acting career, honestly. And Drax may have been a fun character, but he was silly. He just may want to do something else, you know. They said, what was the director? Whoever director was from Glass Onion said he was the best wrestler turned actor. You know, maybe he just wants to do some more things.
His acting has been pretty solid.
Right. I don't know much about
That's only because The Rock won't take off that sweaty ass shirt.
But The Rock is the same in every movie. He really ain't changed. He's the same.
That's true. He's playing to his strengths.
See, now I say that now that happens to a lot of A-list actors too. Now, are they being like, are they the same characters, or are they just playing to their strengths here? Like to me, like if the movies are good and
I like this tangent.
People are like remember after Denzel did Training Day, then he was a bad guy for like almost like another 5 years because people couldn't get enough of evil Denzel. He did that and Safe House, and then he was
Man on Fire.
He was a great character on Man on Fire.
American Gangster. He was almost talking like Alonzo in that movie, and like you can't use that slang, Denzel. This is the 70s. Like this ain't current, man. But you know, same thing with Stallone, Schwarzenegger, all these guys. Like you know, play to their strengths.
Think about Brad Pitt. He covers the gambit, doesn't he?
Brad,
he may be the anomaly. He may be the one good variant, but I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of people.
He does.
I mean,
like Tom Hanks.
I mean,
De Niro plays the same guys.
Dane Cook plays the same guy.
People watch Dane Cook.
So.
Exactly. See, wake up, Olivia. She's like, "Oh, what? I was asleep."
She's like, "What am I doing here?"
Exactly.
These old men just babbling.
Right, so
she's like first and last episode for me.
Yeah.
All right.
These people are crazy.
So all right.
Bunch of mean old men.
So let's
I've encountered much crazier.
Yeah. So let's jump into this because we're gonna get Olivia and Tosh more involved here. While I don't think Tosh played this game, we're gonna get into the subject of The Last of Us is coming out in a couple of weeks on HBO Max. Now I know a couple people here played it. I like it. Mike is on the same tip I am. It's a depressing game. You played the first one, Liv?
The first one, yeah. Yeah, I didn't play the second one.
Not the second. Okay. So, with The Last of Us, it's going to be facing the challenge of video game adaptations, whether it's on movie or TV show, and they don't exactly do 50% from the field. It seems to be a struggle. Why do you think it's probably harder to do video game movies and shows than it is comics? We're gonna start with the newbie, Olivia. Let's hear your thoughts on why you feel we can't get good video game shows or movies. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't any, but it's hard. So, spotlight is on you.
It's probably hard because, like,
no pressure.
Well, like half of the game is you playing it. So, like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It just feels like it might be weird to try and turn, because everyone's experience is the same but a little different. So it's kind of, like Resident Evil. Like we're all playing it. You stopped playing it because you couldn't go in the basement in that one game.
Yeah, it's okay. So yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. Okay, so everybody knows I don't have the guts to play horror games anymore. And
he has quit.
Resident Evil 7, yeah, Resident Evil 7. I'm stuck in the kitchen, and meanwhile Olivia beat the game, and I'm not going back to the game. Sorry, I'm not doing that.
he's
but
like,
it's funny you bring up.
No.
Yeah, I'm not doing that again. But you bring up Resident Evil, and that one is frustrating. I think for a lot of fans because there is a story in place, but they never make a movie or a show based on the actual stories. Now, I'll give Marvel credit. I'm gonna go there, and then I'm gonna come back to the video games. They actually make movies based on certain storylines. Like DC, still for some reason they don't really do that. Video games, it's like laid all out. Like just adapt the adventure into a show or a movie. But Resident Evil, they're like, we're gonna do something else. Never mind that we had these compelling stories and corporate espionage with Umbrella and this company that Wesker works for, but they always do something different. And I think some people here like the Resident Evil show. Lou liked the show.
I liked half of it. I liked the first half.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Didn't watch
but
it. I haven't watched any of the Resident Evil stuff.
Okay, so.
But yeah, I don't know. I just think like when you write a video game, it's got a story to it, but it's not like I don't know how to explain it, like a fully fleshed story because you're playing half of it. If that makes sense.
Okay. So to compare this to Destiny, like they have a lot of lore in the background, but you're just concentrating on what you're playing then and there.
Yeah.
All right, so that sounded like Lou raising his hand. So he's next. So why do you think there's a struggle there?
No.
Why do you think there's a struggle there? Like I think we've had some good ones. Like I think when we talk about video game movies, like Mortal Kombat comes to mind. And
was that good? Street Fighter sucked.
The first Mortal Kombat, I think we can say was
not
great.
It's dated, but it's good.
All right, go ahead, Lou. Talk about
it. Let me see. I think I agree with Olivia because a lot of the people that are looking forward to the video game TV show, video game movie, we already know how the game turns out, and the narrative is great, the story's great, but I think we already know how it's going to turn out. We just want, like we do with comic movies and all the rest of this jazz, accuracy. I personally love having the Mandalorian play. I call him that because I don't remember his name. But I love him as an actor. I don't like the female lead because I think she looks zero like the character off the small screen. But I think that the struggle is narrative. It's like we already know how the game ends. How are you going to fill in the gaps? Because that was one of the great stories when it comes to games. It was so great and so emotional that Mike Jones has said this multiple times. He will never go back to that game, and I agree with him because it was so hard on you as a person, as a father figure, as somebody was a child in your life. It's so hard on you. But I think the struggle with video game movies overall is the fact that we know how they end. If you fill in the gaps, or if you take, for example, like Horizon Forbidden West, and you expand on that, or Horizon Zero Dawn, and fill in that 6 or 8 month or maybe year gap, I can't remember exactly what it was. You fill in that gap with a story, that'd be great. But if you're taking the game that we all know and love and translating it into a movie, you have to be dead nuts on it and give us things that we didn't see when we were driving the game. You know what I mean? But I think that part of it is lost because as fans, we already know how it's going to end. And we want what we want, which is, like you've said in the past, we're fickle fans. We're the worst fans in the world because of the history of the fandom that we have. It's like either you give it to us 100% that everybody loves it, or at least 65% of the population loves it, or else you're just going to get shat on. So that's just it.
Tasha,
Start knitting.
I have. I don't have anything new. I mean, I agree with what everyone said so far. Basically boils down to just how much of the game is the storytelling. So, for instance, your Horizons, God of Wars, those games that can go up to like 80 hours, at least 70 of those hours are you playing and grinding the game, and you have like little conversations here and there to drive the story. But I think if you took those scripts with the story and put it together, it's very minimal. It's just that the way that it's spread out through the game, it seems like it could be a lot of material. Especially if you're going to base a movie or a show off of a specific game, like they did with Uncharted, like it was just called Uncharted, but they took elements from several games, I think from 1, 2, and 3, and put it in one movie. Or the rebooted Tomb Raider movie, that was strictly the first game of the rebooted series. Like that, you have to, if you're going to do it, stick to the story that's in that specific game, and just I don't
flesh
the
it
best way
out.
to put it.
No, you're right, Tasha. Stick to it. Stick to it.
Yeah. And a lot of the problem is that they don't. They always say it's inspired by. So we have the characters and they want to tell their own story. I'm like, well, you're going to have to call it a different title then. Because if you're going to call something Tomb Raider, or call something Uncharted, or call something Resident Evil, we expect the property that you're basing it off of. At least put, even if it's like Resident Evil, and then something completely off the wall. You could put it in that world and tell your own story, but don't just call it Resident Evil, for instance.
Makes a lot of
sense.
sense.
No,
That
it
makes
did.
perfect sense. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, Mike. I just want to say real quick, Tosh, like you was in the pulpit. I thought you was going to slam down on your desk there for a second, but we got what you said.
I understand what you said fully.
Yeah.
And it comes down to what you said. It's just respect the source material, basically. It's just give us the game. These games are already pre-made. The scripts are there. You got to make some little changes here or there, but it's there. Stick with it. Like they don't stick with a lot of the source material. Like let's go to Uncharted. They didn't Uncharted. They didn't do any tomb raiding. Like I say, the one tomb he went into, they found some lights and led to a club. There was no treasure hunting. There was nothing in that game. You know?
Yeah.
Then he was 3 feet tall. He had no swag to be Drake. He's running around apologizing. Hey, I'm sorry. Hey. No, he had no Nathan Drake swag. Nathan Drake is the coolest character in comic book in video games. And this guy had nothing on Drake.
It's so true because you put him next to Mark Wahlberg and they're both 5'7".
They both
5'6".
They even made a short joke in the movie about how short they were. And they just had no swag.
You put Tom Cruise in it, they both friggin' towers over him. So,
right, but they just got to stick with it. And then I think a lot of times with video game movies that they have the same kind of thing where people don't really respect the source material, but also they're going to fall in the same category as their video game movies, and they're going to automatically think they're for kids. So they might dumb it down some as far as action or violence, whereas Resident Evil or something needs to be violent. The Last of Us needs to be what it is. And this, while we're talking about it, I'm assuming we're going to cover on The Last of Us. That's going to be
that's something.
Yeah, when it comes out.
Y'all might be alone on that one. Listen, man, that game was rough. I don't know if I really want. First, I'm not a zombie guy either. I didn't watch Walking Dead, any of that. But I'm on the fence. I'll see how I might watch the first episode. I give you out the first episode. I can't. We'll see where we go after that. I'll try the first one.
Okay.
So
I'll try the first
one. Yeah, I can't wait. Now the first game, to me, was not as depressing, but the second one was
violent
battle from the start.
It was violent as fuck. Is what it was.
And everybody you cared about in that game died.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it was like nobody left when it was over. But go ahead, Rob. What are your thoughts?
I think a lot of the problems with video games being turned into movies is there's not enough involvement with the original team who wrote the scripts and directed and produced the game. Just look at the Halo show, for example. It has the bones of a generalized story that the Halo games have, but they obviously had their own creative licenses and decided to flesh it out in their own ways, which a lot of people who played the games didn't really agree with. I mean, it's entertaining for what it was, but doesn't stick true to the source material. Look at some of the other bad examples. We got that Monster Hunter movie that came out.
Oh yeah.
Other than the monsters being in there, that thing made no sense.
They had Mila Jovovich.
You have Uncharted, like you said.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I think ultimately that's the problem is the movie studios probably still hold themselves above video game studios, even though the video game industry makes 3 to 4 times as much money as the movie industry does. I don't think they see their work as
legitimate.
It's like an elitist thing, I would think. But yeah, I would say lack of studio involvement from the originals, giving them the ability to oversight the script that's being made, other than just them taking the ideas they see in a video game and running away with it.
So you agree with Tosh? They're just taking names and throwing them in a story, and okay.
Yeah, she had it down perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. J-Pat?
Let me see. I think a lot of people brought up some good points. I think they're running into the same issue that comic book movies run into. But comic books have kind of figured it out a little bit. It's like the showrunners, they think they're better than the people who make video games. So they think they can take these ideas and do better than they can when they obviously can't. And then you have you kind of have the problem where there's the storytelling, the way you tell a story in a video game is way too different than you tell it in a movie. So Tosh was saying that a game might take you 80 hours to play, but the way you're getting the story, you're not just getting it in like a straightforward narrative. Like you might be walking and you might see a book, or you might see something over there. You might see a monster doing something 10 hours ago, and you're able to piece it together 3 hours later. So the storytelling is different. So when the showrunners or the script writers for the movies, they're trying to put all this together, they don't know what they're doing because they haven't played the game. They haven't experienced the way the storytelling unfolds in the game. So they have no clue what the lore is. They have no clue how these characters are supposed to be. They have no clue how the world's supposed to act or is supposed to react to certain things. That's how come Master Chief took his helmet off in the first episode.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
how is Master Chief taking his helmet? He should never take his helmet off, but he's taking it off and he leaves it off for the most part.
Yeah.
So it's just like they have no clue what they're doing. And I think what Rod said is it rings true. Like, they think they're better than the video game creators. So they're not going to go and ask these like peons how this is supposed to work. They're just going to be like, okay, I see this dude with his cool armor on. This like a space marine. I'm going to take this and I'm going to run with it. And I'm going to make something better.
Yeah.
And then it ends up being shitty. Like, it's never, whatever the video game has managed to capture in your imagination, the movies never capture it. They just never even come close.
I can see that. I agree.
Yeah. I agree. Go ahead.
I think they're taking linear stories and trying to make them into a movie. We already know how they end. But I think that more open-ended games, Halo, I had some high hopes for because Halo is pretty open-ended. I mean, but you know the end game of it. You know the history of Master Chief. I'm thinking about, I hate to say it. I don't hate to say it, but I'm going to say I hate to say it because it's funny for me to say I hate to say it, but Destiny. You could take Destiny and make a series out of it because there are so many different worlds and so many different missions and so many different things you can do with that. There's stories within stories. Not everybody runs, what's it called? A raid the exact same way. And nobody's equipment is all the exact same. Nobody's dressed the same. I think Destiny would be a great little loophole when it comes to being able to develop a good story for a show or for a movie from that. Division 2, Division 1, some of the Ghost Recon games, some of the things you can pluck little stories out of and expand on those for, 60 to 90 minutes. Be something good like that. But these great story movies that they're making these great story games that they're making movies out of, the narrative's already written, the script's already written, and it's for lack of a better term, it's kind of hard to unfuck something that's already been fucked. And that's what they're trying to do with these scripts and these stories is that they're trying to reinvent the wheel. Give us a story that's just like the movie. Give us a movie just like the video game, and we'll be happy. But once you get a little bit too creative with it and start veering off the track, like we tend to do here at the podcast, we get off the train tracks. But once you get too far off, people get pissed off, and so that's just it, in my opinion.
Yeah,
and even just think they still say like, "Oh, it's just like a video game," as like a slight to something. Yeah. So they really don't take it seriously.
No. I think games where, to Lou's point, where the world is just as big as the character as maybe the person you're playing. Like, I think you can. I don't know how they kept messing up Resident Evil. There was so much going on in Resident Evil between Umbrella, the Night, and Raccoon City. Like, there are a bunch of video games that run concurrently with each other, just because of everything that was happening that night before Raccoon City blew up. Destiny, your character doesn't even really have a name. It doesn't have a name. Like, you are interacting with all these people. It's all about the world, what's going on before you were revived, what's happening, afterwards. Like, Destiny's had time travel, a lot of mystery lore. It's like the tip of the iceberg. They could make like little short stories. Mm-hmm. I've mentioned that before, but for video games, like, I just don't know why they just don't take what is already there and just stick with it. Marvel does it, and then they just make it fit to the screen. Like Civil War, we all knew what story they were going to base it off, but it wasn't the same as the comics. You can't fit all of that into a 2-hour movie. You can't fit all of that into an 8-hour movie. But they made it fit, and they got us. It was a good movie. They gotta talk to the original team, make it fit from game to TV or movie. Now, do you guys have hope that this show will be good, or just a wait and see type thing?
I personally have hope.
Oh,
Go ahead, Rob. Go ahead.
well, I was gonna say I don't like the game, so I don't know. Hopefully, the show is a little better.
You didn't like the game? Why not?
No, it's just a selfish murder hobo and a really brutal and depressing, stupid. I didn't like
Murder
it.
hobo.
Selfish murder hobo.
I didn't like it either. I didn't get into it either.
I love that game.
That's gonna be on a shirt.
I like poster.
Selfish murder
I like
hobo.
poster-
That game should just be changed to Joel's Rampage. That's all it should be called.
And you didn't play the second one, right? Okay,
Nah.
It gets even worse. It gets even worse.
That's when you have a band of murder hobos.
It was a great game.
What's
It
the
was
girl-
just sad as hell. Elle. Her name was Elle, wasn't it?
It was very sad. And I'm a fan of post-apocalyptic settings and so all that's
Not me.
to me. It's funny how quickly society just goes in the toilet. Like, never mind all the zombies. They want to fucking kill you and steal your water.
Your
Listen,
neighbor
I
gonna
was
kill
afraid
you.
of that.
That's my.
I was afraid of that when we ran out of toilet paper 2 years ago. That's what I was scared of. I was afraid that was going to happen right then.
Right?
Right.
Wasn't that shit
People getting
happening?
stabbed at Costco.
Yeah, I thought that was
Yeah, it was
happening.
getting- we weren't too far. I don't think we were too
No.
far.
We were
from
47 minutes away from that shit happening.
Yeah. Exactly.
No joke.
We
We were
were.
one bad
Felt that
Sam's Costco run from that shit happening right there. Somebody gets bit, all of a sudden, I'm living in the Lowe's. That's exactly what's going to
I
happen.
think that happens. I think a couple people did get bit back then.
that does kind of bring up a point because you guys are aware of the story of The Division, right?
Mhm.
It's a global pandemic, except for it kills like 90% instead of like 4.
Great game.
Um,
Great game.
Movies that are made in the world of a video game, I think, seem to work a lot better than them trying to recreate the lead character and the main storyline that's going on. I think that's why maybe the first couple of the Resident Evil movies with Mila Jovovich worked, because they operated as a side story to the
Then they just changed all.
Chris Redfield and all them, and then it started kind of getting crazy.
It
But
became Dark Phoenix and the zombies.
yeah, but I mean, there is a proposed Netflix movie for Division coming out with Jake Gyllenhaal and Jessica Chastain, and that works because you can just pull just some agent in another city doing the same thing, but it's still a video game movie.
Didn't they do a short for Division 2 or Division 1? They did a short like episode or
I think
They did some webisodes, and then they did the audiobook.
the audiobook was amazing. I love the
They
audiobook.
did. They had.
I remember listening to that.
They had a book too with like it was like a diary, or maybe it was like a manual, but then someone like wrote in it, and there was like that was honestly I loved The Division. I loved playing it. That was my favorite part of it, though, was that book. I still have it somewhere. I have to find it. It was so fun.
Yeah, the Division was I love that game. Yeah, New York Collapse. Yep.
Yeah, that exactly. Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about that game is the fact that I had to jump into Rob's backpack every time I logged on and have him carry me around New York or Washington, D.C. because he would grind it out, and then myself and Tim Carter, shout out to you, buddy, we'd log on, and Rob would be like, all right, let's go here and get this weapon or get this part or blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
And I was like, well,
You always say it's like I had a hole in my backpack because I'm just loot everywhere I go.
everywhere. The game is amazing. It's beautiful, and it plays so well, and it handles great. But the only thing is that I did not have the time to dedicate to it. And the blessing that Rob is that he'd be like, all right, log on and run. I was like, oh, whoa. All right, you're like 15 levels ahead of me. He was like, just sit right here and just throw out the healing shits like we talked about before in prior episodes. Yeah, like Tosh.
Yep.
I got to run support.
That's me with Destiny.
You run.
I'm almost level
I gotta
4,000
sit with
now.
Jesus. Yeah.
We played Destiny. We played
Division.
the Division for a while. Me and Liv. Yeah. What did I say? Destiny.
Yeah.
Division.
Division.
We played Division for a while, and it was during a Destiny lack of content period, which they really don't have anymore. But like, we almost didn't come back if it wasn't for Destiny. would have been playing that. We were running around New
Yeah.
York shooting people and looting.
Yeah, it was.
Man, forget all that Destiny stuff, man. What about that Anthem?
What's that?
Listen,
didn't even
it's
know-
$1.99
Play Anthem?
right now.
You can you play it?
I think it's
They
like
give
$2
those-
right now.
unplayable.
I'm pretty sure the servers are still up. Yeah.
I think the servers.
I mean, honestly, I think if the servers are down, it would have been
Yeah.
an
About
improvement
that game.
from my understanding. Because I heard that was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. They were giving those
Can't
away.
believe they killed Mass Effect for that game.
Mhm.
They were giving those away at the car wash. I go to around the corner, like with air freshener, Anthem, car wash.
I think they were giving those away in Happy Meals after a while. That's a
No.
shame. I loved it when it came out.
You got
All right,
some.
real,
Moving
real
forward,
quick.
yeah.
I'm sorry, Jay. We're gonna go around the horn.
No, that's all right. I
just
know you
to
guys hate Anthem.
Pulls up the video game, huh? I can't hate something that doesn't matter, man. He's still there. Okay, Liv, what was your I need your favorite video game, movie, or show, and we'll do 3 favorite video game characters. I like to ask these questions.
Video game
So
characters.
come on, newbie.
Video game characters?
Give me your favorite video game, movie, or show. Video game, movie,
of
or
all
show.
time? Of all time?
Yeah, it's not a lot of them.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I've got a
Yours.
lot of favorite video games, but I mean, I've played Destiny the
Well-
longest. But I would have to say,
Well, show or movie. Show or movie.
show or movie first. Okay.
Yeah, based on the video game.
Oh, based on a video game. Got it.
I'm sorry. Yes.
I'm gonna have to go Mortal Kombat, the original one. Don't judge me. They're so good.
Oh, reliable.
The new one was good
Yeah.
too. I didn't hate that
First
one.
one.
But the first one, it's just very nostalgic. Good.
Okay. And top 3 video game characters.
Lara Croft, Aloy,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh,
Tom Nook.
Tom Nook. What game is that?
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
Tasha
Oh,
knows
gee whiz.
he's my raccoon landlord. Don't talk
Go
about
sit
him.
down. Go sit
I am
down.
sitting down. I am sitting down. Love me some Tom Nook.
All right,
Raccoon
same
landlord.
questions, Lou.
Oh man. What was it? Best video game character? No. First one.
Favorite video game, favorite show or movie based on a video game.
Oh, Jeebus. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go Tomb Raider. Not the most recent one, but
Yes,
the
so
Angelina
which
Jolie joints.
They were. I
Yeah,
did like
we'll go with
those
Angelina
too.
Jolie.
I enjoyed those.
Yeah. I think, as a side note, Angelina aesthetically fit the Lara Croft mold.
Hmm.
Okay, now, what was the second one? Favorite video game characters of all time?
Yeah, top 3.
Top three. Nathan Drake,
Mm-hmm.
Lara Croft, and Solid Snake.
All right, Tosh, same questions. You want me to come back to you?
Video game movies.
Mhm,
No. I got it. So to me, the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie that came out, the live action one. And this is going to be a little bit of a loophole because I can't remember if it was the trading card game or the video game first, but Detective Pikachu. That was good too. Favorite video game characters. Okay, I gotta go with Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
Sora.
Yeah, Sora. I see you typing. Another video game character. Sly Cooper.
He like a fox.
Yeah, he was
Sly
a thief.
Cooper.
Okay, a raccoon.
He's a
Okay.
raccoon, yeah. He was a raccoon. Mm-hmm. And
Wasn't that 3?
No,
no,
I
that's
thought you
2.
said Detective Pikachu.
no, that was a movie.
Sora? I'm sorry.
That's the movie.
Oh, so which one was it? Sonic or was it Detective Pikachu for your favorite video game movie?
I thought it was top 3.
No, one movie or show.
Oh, one. Okay. Then. Oh crap. They're tied.
Yeah. Okay, then it's Sonic. You can
Go
do
with
it.
Sonic.
Sonic.
I will say. I'll say.
You got it stressed
Gosh,
Right?
No.
I know, because I'm like each.
There's
both
no
of them
wrong
have
answer,
their
honey.
good
There's no
points.
wrong
Yeah,
answer.
like no one said. You said Sonic
Yeah.
and Detective Pikachu, right?
No timeout. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
All right, that's okay.
I'm sitting here thinking like,
That's
oh boy,
okay.
okay. Let me think. Third video game character. I would say Phoenix Wright from the Ace Attorney series. So the Phoenix Wright it's a Wright with a W, WRIGHT.
I strangely know who you're talking about for some reason. I don't know why.
Ah.
He was in one of the Marvel vs. Capcoms.
Is that what it is?
Is that the
okay?
Is that the
Yeah.
lawyer?
Was he really?
Yeah, he's a lawyer.
Was that the lawyer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He threw books at people.
Yeah.
He's a lawyer.
And you can like do cases in the middle of your
Yes.
in the fight too, which is funny.
Oh,
And if you manage to get it all the way through, it's like a one-hit KO
Oh
if he
my
gets you
God.
guilty.
oh, jeez. Yeah, he was. I used to tag him in
That's
on
really
MVC.
funny.
It was at Marvel's Capcom 3. He was. Yeah, I used to put him on my tag team. Man, I got to play that. That's pretty awesome. Sorry, that's a great pick.
Mike Jones.
All right. I was thinking about this one. I'm just going to base it on a movie that I can watch over and over, and I'm going to have to go with Liv on this one. I got to go with Mortal Kombat, the original Mortal Kombat from the 90s. I saw that in the theater. I loved it. Then I go characters. These are people that I got to, if they come out with a new game, I got to play it. I already said Drake is my favorite character of all time in video games. Always. Yeah, that dude's a pimp. I mean, he's so charismatic. I love how he runs and slapping people and choking the shit out of them. I love Drake, just everything about him. And then I got my man Link. I got to roll with Link. Any version in any game from the OG Nintendo to the current Breath of the Wild, I love Link. And then Kratos. I got to go with God of War series. I just got Kratos himself. I love that guy. I played all of them. I haven't played Ragnarok yet, but it's coming. But I do love Kratos.
I could see that. I see why you like Kratos because you both harbor the same. Leave me alone. I'm an angry type of person. I'm gonna slap the shit out you type of vibe. Not in a bad way.
That's just at work.
Not-
That's just when
Yeah.
yeah.
Not in a bad way. I respect it because I'm with you on that. So yeah.
Robert, I saw you, sir.
My movie is going to be the first Resident Evil. I love that movie.
That's a good one.
It's before it goes off the rails, before it loses, all credibility by getting all supernatural and just being weird. Goes too far off the rails from the actual storyline from the games. And my 3 characters is definitely Kratos is one of them. Samus Aran from Metroid, and I think my 3rd is going to be Commander Shepard. If you play that character as kind of in between Paragon and Renegade, like you do all the right stuff, but you are a complete asshole to the bad people.
What game is that from?
You stole all my picks, Rob.
That's
Mass Effect. Oh, sorry, Pat.
You stole my picks, Rob. Just so you don't think I'm copying off of Rob.
Oh,
probably
look at
backwards.
that.
Samus out there crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, you wrote them all down and everything.
So is that yours? Kratos, Samus, and Commander Shepard? Is you going with that?
Well, I think I'm going to.
You got a chance.
I'm gonna swap out Kratos because too many people have picked him, but he is out
Uh-huh.
there. He's a dope character.
Dude,
I
I'm
think I'm gonna
picking
go with
Kratos.
Ryu from Street Fighter.
Okay, that's a good one.
I'm gonna go with Ryu.
Mm-hmm.
He has a. If you follow the story
and
of
he
Street
says-
Fighter,
Mm-hmm.
if you follow the story of Street Fighter, Ryu has a pretty solid arc for a character. His final form is pretty good, and of course, Commander Shepard, like Rob said, like you could be a real asshole to people. Like he or she has a ridiculous personality, depending on how you play. So, Commander Shepard is a classic. Who else did I write down there? I'll give a special shout out to Samus. I'll give a special shout out to Samus as the first my first twist ending as a gamer was Samus. When you beat the game and she turns around, she takes off her helmet. It's like, oh no, it's a girl. That's super crazy. Like, you play the whole time and she's like the dopest character. I'm not like, oh man, I just played with a girl, but like, oh no, like you're surprised, like holy shit, like because you're just assuming the whole time you played the game for like 30 hours as an 8-year-old. And you turned around, you're like, oh, like.
Did you give a show?
Were
or
we doing
movie?
top 3? Do we do top 3 movies or just one movie?
No,
Just
top
one.
3 video game characters and one video game movie or show.
Okay, so one movie, I'll do Scott Pilgrim. That movie is crazy.
Oh, I forgot about that one. That was a classic. That might
Had Stinky
change
Cheese
with
in it. That's why
Mortal
you liked
Kombat.
it.
That actually might go out there with Mortal Kombat.
In spite of the Stinky Cheese, it's a classic movie.
You love the
What's
Stinky
Stinky Cheese
Cheese.
in
though.
it?
Yeah,
She
Stinky Cheese
was.
in it?
she was
Yeah,
envy.
she
She was
was.
envy.
She was one of his exes.
Oh yeah,
She
her
dated a guy.
personality's so dry, I couldn't remember.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I could sing her
Such
song
a
right
forgivable
now.
face.
All right,
Don't.
Quincy, you can leave it as just Sonic the Hedgehog. Take
Oh,
Detective
girl, you
Pikachu
were still
out.
thinking about that.
Hard over here, sweating. Look at her forehead glistening
I
over here,
was.
just sweating.
I know, just like yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog.
All right.
I don't know.
All right,
You then
so-
change mine to Scott Pilgrim because I can watch Scott Pilgrim more than I can do Mortal Kombat. I can.
Y'all just copying. Wow.
No, I forgot about Scott Pilgrim. I really did, but my wife was just talking about how much I watch Scott Pilgrim. It's on again.
I can't
Damn.
remember. Yeah, it's on a streaming service right now. I can't remember which one it is.
So
Amazon,
Netflix
I
now.
think?
It's back on
It's on
Netflix. Now.
All right.
Well, my wife was just literally saying that to me last week. Like I was watching it like every day. Why? I like it, woman. Shit.
Would Ready Player One count as a movie?
RPO is a
based on the video game?
Oh no, I wish it would
That's
because that's
based
one of
on
my
a
favorites
book.
of all time.
Man. Right.
Yeah.
That book was
RPO
good.
is so
I
There's
fun,
actually-
like a
though.
bazillion video game characters.
That's
in
the
it.
world that Zuckerberg wants to build.
Ugh.
Yeah,
It's
he failed
funny,
at that.
There are more good movies about like the actual Nintendo system or about the actually getting in the game than about video games. I watched 8-Bit Christmas, and that movie is very, very good. It's
I
funny.
watched that too. That was a good
Yeah,
movie.
that was a good movie. It's like instead of Christmas Story with the Red Ryder BB gun, it's the Nintendo. It's
the NES.
It's the same vibe, and that movie's so funny. Like that kid that was singing Diarrhea on the bus. Oh my god, that kid was so funny. Okay, favorite movie for me. I have a tie, Tosh. Okay, so I have Resident Evil and Silent Hill because I like the first one.
Wow.
That was creepy.
I don't know how you got through it. I mean, you're just not built for that.
Yeah.
But
Well, I beat the first one, but I'm never going back.
dig it.
Yeah.
Dig it.
If ties are allowed, then you can put.
Oh my god!
She's waffling like Denny's.
I don't want to be the only
Oh
one
my
with
god!
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
All right.
Here's a question for you guys,
If
real quick.
ties are allowed,
Well,
then
Would
Listen.
The Witcher be considered a video game movie or a book movie
Ooh.
or show? Because The Witcher
It's
would be
based
up
on
there
the
with Scott
book.
Pilgrim for me.
Yeah, I think The Witcher's based off a game,
They're-
which was based off a book. So I agree with Rob.
Yeah, and the TV show is pulling directly from the books.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you would have wiggle room, but I'm gonna leave it to the experts.
Ain't no wiggle room. It's source
There's a
material, right?
game. There's a game out on it. I don't know. I really don't care.
Well, the stuff that's covered in the Witcher show hasn't hit the games yet.
It's true.
So I'll leave it to the experts. Favorite video game characters, Lord Kratos, because I loved those first 3 games, and I was glad to see him come back. The third one ended with him dying on a big cliffhanger, and it took almost 10 years before they resolved it. And like seeing how he's like matured between the third and the fourth one, it's weird. But Kratos is up there. Ezio for me from Assassin's Creed, and Solid Snake. Love Metal Gear. Can't wait for the remasters this year.
Did they ever
Oh,
remaster
yeah.
that for PS4?
They did, and I had it. It was either 4 or 3 because I had it, and it was actually in the streaming service. It was in there for a while because I was playing Snake Eater last year, and they took it out. So that means that they took it out so that they can sell it to me again. So that's how it goes.
Yeah, buddy.
That's how we make money, by selling you what you already have. Okay, that was a good round there. So we talked about that. Tosh, I'm not sure if you're the one who posted this about Amel coming back. It's last season of Flash.
yeah.
Can you talk to us about it, please?
Sure. As everyone knows, the TV DC universe is kind of going bye-bye. The CW stuff, anyway. So I'm not really sure at what capacity they're bringing back Stephen Amell. I don't know if they're going to bring him back as Oliver Queen or as the ghost figure thing from
Spectre.
that Spectre.
He's the
yes.
ghost figure now.
If he's coming
He's
back
the
as
ghost figure
Spectre.
now.
Spectre's gonna be on the small screen.
He was in the
Yeah.
Crisis event that they
Yeah.
did on the CW. It's when Oliver died, and then he became the Spectre.
Okay,
Which was
I
ridiculous.
remember that
It was
now, and I
ridiculous.
also think it's ridiculous. Continue. I'm sorry.
I remember him dying.
Did what's her name ever die?
They haven't revealed
She'll
it.
die.
No, she didn't.
Felicity?
Yeah,
No.
listen, she didn't die.
It was weird. I don't even want to talk about the end of the Arrow. Go ahead, Tosh. Like it was bad. It was so bad.
Yeah, we don't know how he's coming back, but he posted on his Facebook page that he was on set and filmed an episode of The Flash. So we get to see him one last time on the small
He's probably got
screen
time travel.
to round out the Arrowverse.
I think you're right.
So the dumb ending, the Arrow, which was a street level hero, he was in a parallel or another like heaven or something, and Felicity made a deal with the Monitor
Here
to
we go.
meet him.
Here we go.
And she went through a portal, and it was just her and Oliver together alone in this world. So to me, Oliver ended up spending eternity in hell with Felicity, okay, because that's what it was, dealing with her all alone in this parallel. I don't know how it got there was for such a street-based hero, but that's how it ended. It was it was
Listen.
Star City, and it panned out, and it was just those two in this world, and it was dumb.
Wow.
They always left the Green Arrow to watch. What's that? The floating spaceship out in space. What was that called? In Justice League.
The Watchtower?
They left his happy ass in the Watchtower all the time. So he's been in some weird shit before. He was just a babysitter. He never went on a galactic mission, but he's been to space, so he's used to
Watch that last episode
No.
and digest.
I watched it. It was out there, but Q just hates Felicity. So
I was done with Arrow
I
after
do.
about the third or fourth season.
You know, so I don't know if you remember because this episode was so bad, but when Killer B took over the office building and it was just Felicity running around with her pals, I turned that episode off. That was the beginning and end. I couldn't even finish it. I turned it off. It was awful.
I don't even remember
And
Killer B. I don't even remember that character.
Yeah, it was bad.
I don't even think I got that far.
I tried, man.
Well, Felicity had powers or something?
I don't want to talk about her anymore.
I never watched the show. I don't know anything about the show, but I know that Quincy hates Felicity. That's all I know.
This is the worst character ever.
He expresses himself very well, apparently.
She's just fine to me. I'm sorry. She's still fine.
Aesthetically pleasing, yes. But when she starts crying over nothing, it's like
She's a very selfish character.
she should have gotten shot in limos.
Or decide she just doesn't want to be paralyzed anymore and just walks out the room.
I would have kicked her ass so hard she would have ended up back in that chair. Like, bitch, you gonna get up and leave me now? Like after all of
You
this?
called her a bitch. Goddamn. Dirty hoe.
Because that was so bad, Mike. It really was so bad. He was like, "Oh, you're walking. Thank God." Yup. And I'm gonna walk right out the door and leave you here. And he's on his knees like,
Shit,
all right.
I'm thinking I rub her damn feet. You talking about I don't kick that bitch out. Damn, we on two different levels with this one.
You can have her.
Mike, like I will rub them numb feet.
Rub her. Period.
Well, who's sounding creepy now, huh? You got that trunk?
Yeah,
you got the trunk
sounds a
cleaned
little
out?
creepy.
Yeah.
Oh, dear Jesus.
We be in there together. Then
Rubbing Creed.
Kidnap 'em off. We be kidnapping together.
Rubbing her feet and rubbing one out. Is that what you said?
No,
Oh,
Junior.
gosh.
Where did you get
That's
that
the lotion
from?
on its skin.
God damn.
Getting weird in
What
here.
the
It's getting
happened?
late.
It happens after 11
All
p.m.
right.
Bedtime for Q.
Yo.
All right. I think this is the last thing, and then we can go into freestyle. I'm going to keep beating this over. They keep beating us over the head with this. I'm ready to leave it alone, but I keep seeing stuff for this. She-Hulk writer Dan Slott says She-Hulk is the most comic book accurate
Fuck
show
him.
ever.
Dan Slott's trash anyway. Who cares about Dan Slott? He's not a great writer. When people talk about great writers, does anybody ever say Dan Slott?
I don't even know who that is.
No.
I'm trying to think of besides Spider-Man. What else did he really do besides Spider-Man? I can't think of anything else.
He did.
Nobody cares about Dan Slott. When people talk about She-Hulk, they don't talk about Dan Slott.
Did he write
And
She-Hulk?
he wrote the most issues of She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he did.
I like him as a writer.
Nobody cares about
he's not my
Dan Slott.
favorite, but I like him.
I mean, Spider-Man was decent. I mean,
No, you
it
don't.
was all right.
You're just trying to be a peacemaker.
No.
You're trying to be the peacemaker.
No. Abner.
You're all zen over there. You got your essential oils burning. Like, no, he's not that bad.
Listen.
Dan Slott is terrible.
He
Nobody
burning
talks
incense in the
about
back,
Dan
Jake.
Slott.
Is that what he doing? Burning incense?
Right.
Back there meditating.
He got his edible over there.
You damn right.
He's like,
No, man, we can't
you
knock
got your
it.
charcuterie board filled with stinky cheese. And,
Yes, that's brunch. I'm prepping for brunch. Got the white girl laughing at me about a charcuterie board. I'm loving that. No, man, he's not terrible.
He can say what he wants about his. It could be the most accurate or whatever, but whatever they put on Disney Plus did not fit in with the MCU.
Right.
See this.
Accurate
Just
and
because
good
it's
is
the most
two different
accurate.
things.
Exactly.
Accurate doesn't mean shit because it doesn't fit in with what they've already established.
Yes, I agree. Accurate and good are two different things.
Right.
Just like Mike said.
I miss Rob when he's not here because while all of us here will say like it was shit and it was bullshit, Robert will politely tell you
It's shit.
it was shit. Yeah, politely, with all respect, sir. Like this was shitty. Okay, like it doesn't fit. Okay,
It's like everything Rob says starts off with "per my last email."
I'll take notes. I'm like, okay, that's how you
That's like
disrespect
say it
someone,
politely.
right? Nicely, okay.
that's
So
like
when I'm typing notes for the show and what Rob says very nicely. They must love you on your route, man.
Oh yeah,
He gets a whole bunch of like Christmas gifts and everything
cookies and
in the
snacks.
mailboxes.
oh man, I got piles. I still got piles. So many cookies and chocolates and Starbucks cards and cash and yeah.
Get you
So
some
when you were
insulin from all them
sick,
cookies.
did you miss time on the route?
Yeah, I missed a whole week.
So did they come down to the office looking for you? The people on your route, since they love you so much, like
You know that
where's
the
Rob?
ones they always ask me, yeah, hey, where were you?
you know they had to, because if a white boy go missing, they go definitely look for his ass.
All right. Before we get into the freestyle, Olivia,
Yes.
how's your experience been? Are you coming back? Did we scare you?
No,
how's it been
I'm
in
coming
this
back. This
hour?
is fun.
Let's say 2 hours.
Have you seen another side of Hugh? His bully side, his mean, honorary side. Have you?
No.
Attacking innocent
You
people.
learned about CP time today.
So like this,
Attacking
like
innocent
Olivia,
people.
like we're like super close. Right.
Yes.
So like we've argued with each other. Like she's been at
Yeah.
Zoe's baby shower. She knows my wife. Like I know her sister. I know her mom. Like we're tight. She sees everything. Like we fuss at each other. We got in a couple arguments.
Sometimes we
Like,
just yell
she sees
friendship
everything.
over.
So
Yeah.
oh, she's
happens.
lagging a little bit. Okay. Yeah. So what did you think? You ready to be sworn into office here? Like you're gonna
Yeah.
have to kick
Do I have to,
people off
hold
the
up-
page from time to
Hold up
time.
my hand, my right hand.
Yeah.
Swear
just
to
say,
some comic
I'll
book
do
god.
it. Yeah. Well, whatever
you
you're
can swear on. You can swear on the Lord of the Rings
The
trilogy.
first edition Harry Potter you have.
I
Yeah.
will
Oh, yeah.
swear
That too.
on Harry Potter. Yeah, no,
Okay.
it's fun. I
There you
mean,
go.
if I'm
It's
home
good.
if I'm home on Friday nights and I'm awake, that's important. I'll be on.
Oh, so you're in the
In other
same.
words,
she's like Mike and
if I'm
and
not
you,
out,
Jen.
Yeah.
But
if I'm
I'll
not
hang out
out
with you
in two
losers
ways, if
on
I'm
Friday
not
night
out
if
as
I-
in asleep,
if I'm not
or out as
if I'm
in
not
a
partying.
social life, but it could just be sleeping too.
I'll wake up for the show. I'll wake up for the show, but staying awake is the problem. But I'll wake up for the day.
Oh, heck, Mike didn't even fall asleep this episode.
Hey, man,
yeah.
I didn't even see you doze off once.
not
That's because
one-
the screen's been frozen for the past 40 minutes because you can't tell what he's doing right now.
Oh, my screen's frozen.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't know that.
Oh, I can see him.
You
I can see him.
locked up like me after Christmas eating all that cheese and all them charcuterie boards.
That's odd, but okay. I didn't know. I didn't know that. I didn't know that I was locked up. I feel.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I just want to talk about some cheese. Golly, that's cheese, man.
I see. Cheese.
I love
Wow.
cheese.
And Liv, that's cool. It's a big crew, and we're missing 2 people. It's like whoever shows up that day.
Damn, yeah.
You
T
know,
ain't been on there
he's-
like forever. Him and it's been a while since T been on.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Here to save people, bro.
Yeah, that's true. He handled his business, man. That's
That's
true.
true.
We miss you, man.
Like the Avengers, okay? Like somebody will show up.
Like the X-Men, like we're a family.
No,
no,
because we don't fight.
Nope,
and
we're not doing
we're
that.
a family. We're a family.
Yeah.
We ain't having no orgies though, so
Yeah,
I'd rather be
Yeah, like,
I'd rather be Justice League.
Yeah.
Forget Marvel altogether. It's
I'll
keep missing this orgy episode. When did this happen? I don't know.
Man, forget.
Bro,
I'll do Justice League. I'll do Justice League.
I go
I'm doing
Justice
something
League.
else. I'm a
useful.
Ninja Turtlet. I'm a Ninja Turtlet. Leave me alone.
There's only 4 turtles though.
That's it.
It's 5.
And ain't none of them sticking their
can't
little
beat it
turtle
tomorrow.
fingers.
You
They
can't
made
beat
a
it
new
tomorrow.
one, right?
I'm trying to
No,
be
what's the?
They made a girl, didn't they?
It's
You can't be April. You can be the April.
Janika, whatever her name was. I
Yeah.
think that's the turtle's name.
Janika.
Not the one from the
Janika.
TV show, the one
Yeah.
from the comics. I'm thinking about Venus
Yeah,
and Milo
the
from,
one-
from the TV show. That's what I was thinking about.
Justice League, they call each other by their real names most of the time. Like,
Yeah.
like they know everybody. It's like a generational thing. They know each other's kids and brothers, and even more so than the Avengers or the X-Men. Freestyle time.
I was out your way this past weekend, Quincy. I was out in the Poconos.
Oh yeah, he told me. How did that go?
That was all right. It was off season, so there wasn't really nothing to do.
It's nothing to do in the
one of those. Yeah, we were just chilling. I found one of those punch and bag arcade games. I'd actually never played one before, so that was fun.
Was your wife with you, or was you showing off?
Yeah, and her my sister-in-law and her fiance.
You showing off?
So we were chilling in one of those cabins up there.
What was your power rating on the punching bag thing?
I couldn't crack 9. I got to 899 or 898.
Wow.
I don't think I put my hip into it enough. I think I could have got a little higher.
You could do it. Put your back into it.
All right, Ice Cube.
So if I find one again, my goal is to crack 900.
Oh, you're trying to get that Goku score, huh?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. No.
Anybody else reading? Anybody reading anything?
Go
ahead.
Go ahead, Tosh, please. You've been awful quiet. Get that anime pad out. Come on.
You saw. As I know you guys have seen, you guys have been tagged like crazy the last couple of days, but for the listeners, this week started the winter anime season. So just like with the fall season back in October, I am making posts on the days that shows premiere of different things coming out. It's not going to be as what's the good way to phrase it? It's not going to be as exciting as the fall season was. It's going to be kind of slow. So throughout the rest of the month, just look out for different posts using the hashtag that I have in the post. If you click it, you'll get the list of the entire slate of stuff coming instead of scrolling through, all the feed. It could get lost in between everybody's, article shares and just other things going on. So there's a hashtag to keep track of the different shows premiering. Still, disclaimer, these are only shows that posts are informational. They are not recommendations. I am still making that clear. I'm sure there's stuff in here that you guys just do not care about, and that is fine. But then there's stuff other people are curious about. That's mainly what it's for. I will say that it seems like a good chunk of shows that we have this season are based off of light novels because of the titles that we have. And yeah, I'm looking at my list now. I'm like, there's at least 6 where the title is just absolutely ridiculous. So prime example is one of the first shows that I listed was called The Magical Revolution of the Reincarnated Princess and the Genius Young Lady.
Very long. That's very long.
Yes. It's so long. And typically light novels are the ones that have those really long titles. It's usually not actual anime books. And then another one, just to humor you guys, another title of a show coming about 4 days of recording is called Campfire Cooking in Another World with My Absurd Skill.
This is too much.
It's a lot.
Quincy's gonna watch them all though, I guarantee you.
All the time, man. All of it.
He loves anime.
All of it. I love it. Well,
so he loves it so much.
Can't wait.
So yeah, that's all that's happening right now. My Hero is back this Saturday after being on a small break for the new year. They just took 1 week off. So we still have another 12 or 13 episodes of the season. that's the only one that's rolling over that everyone's been hyped up about. Spy Family's done, and Chainsaw Man's
Yeah, I
done.
haven't got to the last episode of Chainsaw Man. I'm working on it.
Mhm. Yeah, that's about it on the anime front. The only other thing that's freestyle related is gotten farther in Dragon Ball Z. So we are now in the Imperfect Cell saga. And yeah, it's good. Vegeta getting on my last nerve. Like his
I can't
ego
stand him. Man.
is
I
so
can't stand him.
inflated. So yeah, I'll keep updating once we get a little farther in the show.
Great.
But we've been taking.
I
our
can't wait to
time.
see this Dark Deku because he's all over all the social feeds.
You're gonna love it. He's a
Yeah.
beast.
I mean, he's already a monster. I mean,
I'm worried about Heartbreak.
he's gonna yeah.
I have a feeling. I feel feeling somebody's going to get seriously hurt or die in this next half, and I'm ignoring Jay's face.
Exactly, that's me right here. Just like I can't.
Oh yeah, I forgot you. I forgot.
Screen.
You
Yeah,
guys
we're the knuckle draggers.
Let me put my my poker face on.
Yeah, I'm worried. If your arc is titled Dark and the name of your protagonist together, I know this isn't going to be good.
I looked up the Dark Deku figure.
So
I've been all over the place looking at different things. The Dark Deku figure apparently went on pre-order. I think it was a year and a half ago, something like that. And you can't find them. They went on pre-order. You paid like retail was like $20 for them, and now you can't find one for under $150 for a 6.5-inch figure. And I was like, why? Because I wanted one. I was like, I want this. And I was like, no, I don't. After I saw all the numbers after the dollar sign, I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm not messing with y'all. Oh man. Since I'm talking, freestyle time. I bought the Batman Arkham trilogy on the PlayStation Network for I think it was $9. I paid for it. Regrettably, I've never played it. Yeah, but for $9 for 3 games, I can't say no to that. I bought my son a Nintendo Switch for Christmas, and he's played it for maybe a total of 4 hours since Christmas, which kind of pisses me off because he doesn't want to play it because he doesn't have the new Pokemon game on it. So I'm like, you entitled prick, love you. But what else? I don't know. That's it. Oh, if you haven't read the comic Vanish yet, definitely check it out. I can't remember Jay, do you know the production company or the comic house?
I was about to say, is that Image or Boom?
It's one of the two. It's either Image or Boom. Vanish as a comic, I think there's 3, maybe 4 issues out right now. It's amazing. Definitely check it out. It's got superheroes. It's got magic. It's got dimensional travel. And when I say all those things into a comic, it sounds a little bound up, a little bit too much going on. But once you get into it, it's pretty hot stuff. I like it. Definitely check out Vanish. I think it's really awesome.
2 things, Lou. See if you can find Arkham Origins. It's a 4th game, but it's not in that trilogy, and it came out between City and Night. It's almost the same game, just a different studio.
A different studio, right? That was a different.
Yeah. Origins was good.
Okay.
That's the Deathstroke one, right?
They were all good,
that
but
one
you
was
could tell
real.
it was different, though. You could tell it was a little different.
It was different, but good. Yeah. So it's try to check that one out. And I bought Zoe a Switch a couple years ago when she was 3, and I'm in the same boat. It's just sitting there, and it's only hers when she sees me playing it.
I'm completely opposite. My little
we got 3 Switches in my house right now. I bought one, then my son bought one, then my other son bought himself one with his Pell Grant money. These kids,
you dry snitching.
It's his money. He should, as long as he uses his financial aid, what was left, and he bought a damn Switch. That's on him.
Hey, I can dig that.
The other kid
it-
got it from cutting grass, so they earned it. So I can't get mad at him.
Yeah.
Do what you're gonna do.
I'm not too mad about it. It's just that he wants that Pokemon game so bad.
Which one
But-
was it, Scarlet or Violet?
I don't. Whatever one he wants to point to, honestly, I have no idea what the fuck. I'm not a huge Pokemon
Just
player.
buy one. It doesn't matter. They're all the same.
That's what Rob. I actually messaged Rob and asked him, and he said, "Yeah, they're all the same." So I'm gonna buy one that's on sale. So I don't know. We bought.
Nintendo games never go on sale.
Yeah,
Not really.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to GameStop.
Yeah,
It's
even
gonna-
used GameStop.
It's gonna go.
It's
gonna be
$2
$60
cheaper.
forever.
You ain't saving no money. It's GameStop and Switch games now. We got
I
my
go
son
find a
who
meth
was
head.
at, Violet.
Give him $20.
No, Scarlet. We got my son Scarlet. That's when we got my son Scarlet, and he had to have that one.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
I got something. I've been doing a lot of reading last couple weeks. Avengers finished up Judgment Day, which was like disappointing.
Terrible.
As
You
we
should-
kind of
We
knew
knew it.
that was going that way. The one thing that was interesting was Thanos' Death Note. I think it was a couple short stories.
That was good. That's a good
yeah,
read.
Kicked off with Thor, and there was a flashback. Tony Stark apparently had gotten a message from Thanos in one of their first encounters, and claiming that Thanos has already won in the future, and that everything that they're doing really doesn't matter. The only bad thing is there's another possible Infinity Gem, and like apparently that well is not dry, and Marvel's going to go back to the to the gems. They're going to make another. They're going to call it the sixth, but it's the seventh one. They had another one a couple years ago, the Ego Gem, which isn't canon, I don't think. But
You know, I heard
it was a good read. Huh?
You know, I heard's going to be writing that.
Who?
Dan Slott. Just kidding. I wanted to see Jay's face. That's the only reason why I said it.
And the Avengers title is pretty good. Time travel. They're fighting Mephisto's from different realities, so they're fighting over 600 of them right now. Masters of Evil, multiverse style. Doom is leading the team. It's pretty good. It is pretty good. It started off slow for me. I really didn't have any interest, and I went back and read Avengers Forever and Avengers Alpha titles, which tie into that. And it's hopefully it's coming to an end soon. Like, I do like it, but they've been doing this, it seems, the last 2 years, maybe longer. But that's been pretty good. And Batman isn't dead, even though we knew that. And he title dropped this week. And,
He's still broke, though.
well, he might be. He's in another reality. He doesn't know where he is right now, actually.
Just
He's
stop.
in another
Stop.
another world. No, this one, like what was that? Fails. What was the name of that robot, Rob? Yeah, that was a good arc, and I knew it was something weird. It went into Superman's. It went to the Fortress of Solitude and got a weapon and shot him, and it looked like it transported him. And Tim Drake and what's Superman's son's name? Jonathan.
John.
Yeah.
John
They're
Kent.
trying to figure out what he actually used against Batman to find out where he is, because he's in a Gotham City with no Batman apparently, but he's seeing this. He doesn't know if it's real, like the skeleton of Jim Gordon that's talking to him, saying all this goofy shit to him, and it's.
I
It's
asked
a
you to
good
stop
read
talking.
right now.
I asked you to stop.
I mean, why? Like,
I'm kidding.
It's a good story. Like, but it's shaping out to be pretty good. So,
All
Batman, Thor, and Avengers. That's all.
Shang-Chi's a good read, too. I caught up on all the Shang-Chi stuff. It's good if you like the little kung fu, ground-based, space-based stuff. Shang-Chi's a good read.
Junior Karate Kid.
Yeah, he's good, though. It's good. It's got a good story.
Anybody else? Mike, you done?
Well, not
Yeah,
me.
anything?
Like I say, we set off Mike. Used a lot of this time I had in between classes just getting caught up on. Not really caught up. I read a few comics. I watched movies I hadn't seen, like Die Hard and Birds of Prey, and what did I say? The other one was The Suicide Squad by James Gunn. Things I hadn't never seen. Well, all right. What was the guy named Bloodsport?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
His whole weapon, everything, and I like Idris Elba, but I didn't really too much care for his characters. Everything he used took too much time. It's like his gun would take like 8 seconds to unfold before he shot it. Like, come on, that's a little corny.
I think in the comic books, his weapons transported.
Is it
Yeah.
faster than that?
It's not modular like it
Man,
is on
was
there.
so
Yeah.
slow. Like, come on. But it was all right. You know, I don't see me watching it again, but it'll do. But that was my break. That was my holiday.
I got the first volume of Resident Alien. I'm going to start reading that. That's there's a show about it right now with Alan Tudyk on. It's on Sci-Fi Channel. Really funny, and it's based on a comic. So got the comic, so I'm going to start reading it and see how well the source material holds up to the really good show. I got the last issue of Dark Crisis coming, and I'm just going to go back and read the whole thing over again because I don't remember a lot of it, but I do want to see how that whole thing plays out with Deathstroke's army and Pariah and all that stuff. Yeah, I hear the ending's not that great. I agree, but I do want to get the conclusion over.
Finish taking the shit, man.
Yeah. Now that I've done with Ragnarok, I have time.
Oh yeah, congrats on platinum and Ragnarok in like 2 days.
It took me longer than that, but
5 days.
I did manage to record both of my fights with the Berserker King and the Valkyrie Queen Na, and I put them on YouTube. I'm going to end up clipping them down.
There's another Valkyrie?
New Valkyrie, yeah. And she is tough.
I was about to say you Tim Carter that game, but I know you didn't. But I know you did not Tim Carter that game.
Tim Carter didn't platinum it.
Oh, shit!
Damn, Tim, we gonna hear about that.
Man. Oh man,
the one platinum guy, Rob.
that's it.
Uh-oh.
That
He
platinum.
said,
guy.
"Yeah." He said, "Yeah."
I shoot for it. I play the game to completion. I don't just play it through.
Oh man, that platinum guy.
How many platinums you got so far?
I think I have 17.
Wow.
You got me beat by a few. I think I have like a 0.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like 98% on like so many games, but a lot of them are like PvP or multiplayer oriented, and I suck at all that.
Wow. That's crazy. Wow. That's a lot of platinums. I just play.
Yeah,
I do too.
I haven't platinum anything.
Platinum Destiny. That's it.
No.
And I thought I was close on Ghost of Tsushima, and I was nowhere fucking close. So I said, "Fuck it."
Nope, not me.
I think I was pretty close on Ghost of Tsushima.
I got 85% through that game, and I said, I'm just going to run the main mission, screw it all, because I am so OP right now. I just knock everybody down. It's not a big deal. And so I just didn't do any of the sides. I was going to go back and do some of the sides, and now they have the PS5 upgrade available for like $10 on PSN. I thought about buying that just to make it look better. But I don't know. I just play the game. The Guardians game, I put that.
The Guardians game.
I put that down, never picked it back up because I remember you had to. Yeah, I played it to death for like 2.5, 3 weeks. But once I put it down, I tried to go back to it. My hands didn't know what the hell to do because of the button configuration, how you had to like push different things, and I was like, "Oh dear God!"
The story in that game.
The story was great. The story was great. I just never went back to it.
I think it was better than the movie story.
I'm gonna have to watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, I just watched that on YouTube. I just watched the whole video.
I'm gonna do it.
Story is so
I'm gonna have
good.
to do that on YouTube because I
Might
can't
have to go back. Might have to go back.
get a fresh.
So
save.
is that we got everything? Everybody?
Yeah, man. We checked all the boxes. So
Yeah. Okay. So it was fun tonight. Where are we at? Yeah,
we're
good
right
2
on time.
hours here.
Yeah, right on time.
Old people getting sleepy. Mike's eyes getting low.
Jay drawing, man.
I'm good.
Jay drawing.
Yeah, I gotta be to work at 7:15.
I dig it.
I work in a
All right,
whole other
let's end
city.
Let's end it.
Yeah.
Who's getting on Destiny tonight?
I'm thinking about it.
My destiny is to be asleep in about 30
I
minutes.
might hop off
That's
for a
my
little
destiny right there.
You been in Iron Banner?
I'll be in DC.
I've been in a couple
All
times.
right, let's wrap it up, man. I may make it to the living room.
All right, let's tap this out, man. Oh, due to technical difficulties, Olivia can hear us right now, but she can talk, but I don't think her recording's going on right now. We're gonna check this box. All right, great. But welcome to the crew. Welcome to the madness. Will do. I'll tell everybody you said bye. Welcome to the madness. Because this is going to be a whole lot of fun. We needed, I said before, no offense to anybody, but we needed the estrogen injection on the podcast. It was getting a little heavy, a little sausagey,
Beefy.
a little beefy.
A bunch of angry old men.
Bunch of angry old men yelling at clouds. But man, thank you. I know we took 2 weeks off due to the holidays. I hope everybody, all your listeners, had a great holiday season. We'll be back next week, and we're going to have a whole lot more crew. Terrence, we miss you. Megan, we miss you. Hope you guys get feeling better soon. It's great seeing everybody. Happy 2023. A lot of great things coming from the Multiverse Unlimited and the Multiverse Unlimited podcast in 2023. We got big plans. So stick with us, hang with us, and enjoy it and celebrate with us. So I guess that's it. From QP the Source, Tosh the Anime Queen, Professor Mike Jones, J Pat, that one platinum guy Rob, and the new chick Olivia. This is Cosmic Lou in the Multiverse Limited podcast. Until next week, please remember to be kind to all people you meet because you have no idea what battles they're fighting. So be good, and I holla. Peace.
Even dance like
Jackass.
Good night.
Good night.